Okay, guys. So, apparently someone left a Midland ER40 on the 11:22 a.m. train to Port Washington. Now, this is flashing. I don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to disrupt our fellow passengers if Upton decides to test something. So I'm just going to see if this works for fun. I'm going to do the right thing and head to the Lost and Found when I get to Penn Station. So this guy left it on. This guy left it on WNEW.
For Wednesday, south winds 5 to 10 knots.
See, I've left something on at the new Hyde Park station before. I left a Sony radio, I think back in, I think it was 2018 when I was on the way to meet Pine Power LI in Hicksville. But today, I'm going to Midtown for a piano concert at Bryant Park. So we're pulling into Douglaston. I'm going to plug my phone in, which I'll do in a second. So let's get to Penn Station and let's go to the Lost and Found. Because obviously I want to do the right thing. Because this could be someone's radio, right? You know I got the free one earlier this year from Midland. So let's go to Penn Station. Let's see if the flashlight works. Yeah, the flashlight. Oh, the flashlight works. Good. All right, so pretty much everything works. Just that again, whoever left this behind, I really do feel bad for them because these radios cost $50 if you go on Amazon. All right, they're $50 on Amazon. So I'm going to stop recording. I got to plug my phone in and let's go to Penn Station and do the right thing. So to be polite to whoever's going to claim this in the Lost and Found at Penn Station, I did the right thing. We're just pulled into Bayside here on the Port Washington branch. As you know, I'm passing by Auburndale, my normal home station, but I went from Little Neck today because my dad on Tuesdays, he always goes grocery shopping in Long Island, so took the 46 and the 36 here. So I set the clock. So again, whoever is watching this, please note that I was the one that changed your clock on this. All right, so hopefully your battery will be fine. I mean, you have a decent charge on this. So I figured I wanted to do the right thing. So now we're here at Moynihan. Well, I'm at Moynihan. I wanted to go to the 7th Avenue area. I figured Lost and Found was there. All right. So let's find Lost and Found in the 7th Avenue area. And on a light note, I actually am going to show you guys something positive that happened at Penn Station over the weekend. So we always talk about, oh, everything's so negative. July 31st was the day of the thousand flood. No, folks, I have some good news here at Penn. I thought I was gonna do a brief video today. I just thought it was gonna be, hey, Andy's Randomness has good news, and it was also gonna be a long adventurous video today. But today ended up being something different, and I think we should all take a good example in the EAS community, even though I'm technically not in it. Just an example of what should be done if somebody leaves their NOAA weather radio behind. And I've been running like a goose without a head. So apparently this is where the Lost and Found is. You gotta come from the 8th Avenue area, but hopefully we will find our way and go to Lost and Found, and we'll do the right thing in just a bit. All right. All right, here it is. This is the Lost and Found. I'm gonna wait. All right, everyone, we're here right by track 17 here at Penn Station. I believe. All right, so looks like Trax is coming back. That's a sigh of relief. I mean, Trax used to be a mainstay here at Penn Station. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take a look at the new Dunkin' here at Penn Station. So finally, they have opened up. Now, to give you a historical context, if you're familiar with the old Penn Station, this used to be the McDonald's, right? Used to be McDonald's here. So, obviously, I know my courses very well. Here's track 20, here's track 21. It was just to remember, McDonald's was right here. I was like, oh, McDonald's was always in Penn Station. If you wanted to go to Dunkin', you'd have to go upstairs to the New Jersey Transit area. Probably somebody got confused. The two ladies were here. They had Dunkin' iced coffee earlier, so yeah, what's up here? Okay, so to wrap up this video, again, I did the right thing. Whoever had that Midland radio, you can thank me or thank somebody else that calls you, and you know, maybe it'll be wide out there. Hey, someone left their Midland ER40, ER50 on the 11:10 train on Tuesday, August 12th, 2025. But remember, folks, and again, I've done videos on the subject. Remember, I got a free Midland radio earlier this year. And, you know, I always thank Chicopee Radio for telling me about the giveaway and etc. and stuff like that. So, I was like, I don't need two Midland ER40s. And I would have felt guilty, like, do I sell it on eBay? I'm like, no. I would have had to list it for broken or parts or something, and even if I were to sell it, I would have been like, you know what? I would have been generous enough. Oh, someone went into the construction and tracks. Oh. But anyhow, I would have been like, no, that's rude, inconsiderate. Somebody earned that radio. They either did what they did earlier this year. Somebody gave them the free code and ordered it on Midland's website like I did, like Chicopee did, for an example. And, you know, or again, somebody could have spent their hard-earned money, because I was telling the ladies in Lost and Found, it's like, you know, be mindful. This is a $40, $50 radio, but, you know, if somebody did something with it, like the wrong person, imagine they could have sold it on eBay for like 10, 15, 20 bucks, whatever. Or, you know, maybe their loved one gave it to them. Maybe a parent. Maybe, you know, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, parents, relatives. You know, what if somebody gifted it to them? You know, again, Midland ER40s and Midland ER50s are very, very expensive radios. And the fact that I got one for free this year just comes to show how I care. You know, maybe I care too much. I don't know what it is, but if you're watching this video and you own that radio, you can thank me. All right? I saw it there. I'll make a reference. It was car 7711 that I saw the radio. So I'm going to get going. I have stuff to do here in Midtown. So, yeah, guys, I think that's it. We're going to wrap it up here at Penn Station. All right, so I have a quick criticism. I didn't think we'd do an epilogue today, but this is the north entrance of Forest Hills 71st Avenue on Queens Boulevard, right? So here I am, trying to get on the Q74. Can anybody explain to me why the 64 and the 74 can't have a space where passengers can get on right from the subway like they do with the Q45 and the Q46 and the Q48? I just don't get it. There's no car coming. Trying to get a spot in case it gets crowded. Well, no, I don't think it could get crowded because look at this. I get it. It's a hot day. I don't know where this entrance is from. Can you tell me where this is? So when they plan this route out, all right, this is what I don't get. Why do I gotta walk down here to find this route? Why? I just don't get it. just trying to find it. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Make me walk an extra block. And look how bad this is. They don't even mention the fact that this is supposed to be the bus stop for the Q74. I mean, how crazy is that? Once again, bad mismanagement by the MTA to make us walk an extra block, not even realize that there's scaffolding right here on Queens Boulevard. I just don't get it. Once again, Demetrius Klitschko and the MTA team missed the ball running. There is one more criticism I want to make, and that is, if you were going to design this route, right? Because the next one's not coming until 2:47. Now, there was another run that left earlier. And if I am correct, I just checked the tracker. I don't think the 2:32 trip went out. Yeah. So the last trip that left before that, he's overcrowded. I don't know if he left the 2:32 or if he just left late. Or I don't know. Because sometimes with these schedules, you don't know what to believe. So there's no bus shelter. I don't want to stand around in the sun, but you get the idea. You literally get the idea. And look, they put a tow-away zone sign here probably back in June. And today's August 12th. So, I know. I didn't want to make an epilogue, but unfortunately, given the circumstances that Queensboro Community College is going to start soon. Cardozo High School kids go back on September 4th. And especially I'm looking out for them. Especially if they're going to use this route beginning on September 4th. Like I said, that's the first day of public schools. It's just going to be so much confusion. There's going to be questioning of this and that. Why didn't they plan this accurately? Why are we walking an extra block from here to there? You know, it just comes to show you that the disorganization of this bus network redesign was just poorly executed again. And I will mention that there have been a lot more accidents lately. Oh, there have been a lot of accidents lately. You don't think there have been a lot of accidents because of this bus network redesign? From what Andrew Tagadi's been telling me, there's been a lot of accidents beginning on or after June 29th because of miscommunication, poor execution again, and you folks in Roosevelt Island, oh, I have not forgotten about you. I have not forgotten about you. Wait until you have to deal with the problems beginning at the end of the month, because I know a lot of people on Roosevelt Island, they've been forgotten, but they know that this is coming to them at the end of this month. So yeah, guys, that's all I have to say. I'm not happy with it, only because, again, it's the sign that's going to cause the confusion. And when I think that, again, when Queensboro Community College starts up, and when, again, schools are going to start right after Labor Day, it's only a matter of time before more confusion happens and people are going to ask this question and that question. And I also want to say one more thing to wrap this up here. My bus stop at 183rd Street and Horace Harding eliminated. So guess who has to walk home extra in the heat? And the only reason why I'm taking this route is because you all know why. Horace Harding Expressway, out of sync traffic light. Union Turnpike, out of sync traffic light. So I'm hoping on Jewel Avenue when I do my review of this route, official review, I really hope the traffic lights are in sync. Because mark my words, and I know I don't want to get political here, but if Sliwa gets in, whoever the DOT commissioner is, I'm going to work with the new DOT commissioner, and we're going to work with the MTA, and we're going to make our point that Kansas City, Baltimore, Seattle, Boston, they have fixed their out-of-sync traffic light issues, but not New York City. You cannot have an out-of-sync traffic light. That's what makes your buses slow. That's it. I'm done. I'm sweating. Well, not as sweating as I was in Bryant Park. But that's all for now. And we'll do a brief synopsis once I'm walking home. Well, there goes my bus. And that's the bus stop right here. Much more organized than it was in Forest Hills. So what I want to show you right now is what also gets me mad about the bus network redesign. And we're coming up on it in a second, all right? So what I'm not happy about is the fact that my bus stop on 183rd Street eliminated. Why? What? This is another example of the MTA's coup to, again, violate the Civil Rights Act of 1964. So here we go. I'm going to show you it. My bus stop. And then we're going to talk about the overall ride. Boy, guys. By the way, I mean, look at this. Typical LIE road work traffic this time of the day. I don't even want to imagine how bad it's going to get when the Islanders start in October. And then not to mention, oh, that's right, the VMAs are in a few weeks. Oh boy, I don't even want to imagine how this is going to be on September 7th. Anyhow, let's stick on topic. Oh, one more thing. Billie Eilish is performing at the end of October. So let's see. This used to be my bus stop, right? I would get off to go to Big Oasis. Nope, can't go in there. Why can't we go in there, you may be wondering? From here. Seriously, guys, as I've been saying, this bus network redesign was poorly executed, and I am not happy about it. So now let's talk about the experience and how the ride went. All right, so this is how the experience went. So I thought the experience was going to be fine. No. We leave Queens Boulevard and 70th Road, and guess what? An unruly passenger gets in front of the bus on Queens Boulevard. Guess somebody didn't want to wait, because my trip was supposed to leave at 2:47. And obviously the MTA is not going to post a service advisory, so I did it on Twitter, letting everybody know that there is going to be a, service advisory, that your bus might run late as a result of it. Now the good news is, with the spacing, with the 15-minute leeway, this is why they were supposed to put it every 15 minutes, so that way you don't have buses bunching up on Jewel Avenue. And that's not really a good idea, given that you have the Q64, which already goes there. All right. So, I'm trying to be careful here. Don't want to get hit by a car. So I swear, every time you come from 64th Avenue, it always becomes a problem here. Ugh. So anyhow, the guy literally stands in front of the bus for 5 minutes. Another lady wants to get on, and I'm like, look, if the driver wants to leave early, there were about a good almost 10 people that were waiting with me on Queens Boulevard. And I'm like, again, you should know the schedules. The MTA has, at least the good thing is with this bus network redesign, they have reorganized the PDFs on the MTA website. So let's just call him a man-child, because that's the narrative that Sabrina Carpenter has posted this summer. The man-child gets in front of the bus. That's what he was, a man-child. That's the most polite name I can give this guy, and maybe Sabrina would too. So anyhow, the man-child stands in front of the bus for 5 minutes, and I'm like, buddy. You gotta get, like, police should have came on over and at least ticketed him for disorderly conduct. Because at least that was a disorderly conduct that he could have gotten. Like, I'm pretty sure you can get ticketed for disorderly conduct. So anyhow, the driver's telling him, I ain't letting you on. Because maybe we all need to learn patience in life. It's a general rule in life that we should all be patient and, you know, learn time management. It's a basic life skill, you know? That's one of my teachers, Mr. Murgo, would always teach us about, you know? So this guy has no clue that he's acting like a man-child. I guess that's the most polite way I can put it. It's not a rude name, it's, you know, it's the most respectful name I can call this person. Like, again, you can't be acting like that, right? I get it. It's not a busy area of Queens Boulevard, but still, buddy, you should know to have your PDFs available. Screenshot it. That's what I did. I don't know what time the bus comes where I can go on my data and use it, whatever. So, I timed it, right? It was about 5 minutes. He held the bus up. And if I didn't post that service advisory on Twitter X, people would have not known that their bus would have been running late. I mean, I can only post that because you saw how bad the LIE was today. You don't know how bad it will be with the road work on the LIE. You don't know how many people are going to use Horace Harding to avoid it. Right? Because clearly Google AI tells everybody, oh, you have to use the Horace Harding Expressway now to avoid the LIE traffic. So, after that, I mean, the ride was fine. You know, the good thing about Jewel Avenue, all the traffic lights turn red when they're supposed to. But yet, Union Turnpike, Horace Harding Expressway, I don't know about Northern Boulevard. I mean, Northern Boulevard, if the traffic can be good on Northern in most cases if it's the right time of the day you leave, but, oh man, this ride was so convenient. Felt like time was speeding by. So, would I ride this route again? Absolutely. Now I know where to go. That's a given. I know where to go. I have to go across from 7-Eleven now on Queens Boulevard to get the route. But now, the only good thing is, if I wanted to walk over to Horace Harding and do that, I mean, I could do that from my house. I mean, that's no problem. I could easily do it. But I feel so bad for the people who have a disability and are being discriminated against. And that's why I hope the MTA can still reevaluate and put some bus stops back. Because it's still not right what they did. Still not right, you know? I don't know, there's a breeze out here. Woo! Didn't notice it when I was at Bryant Park earlier. So I have a separate video of the clips I took. I'll post them later in the week. Hopefully Thursday. I'm gonna put this video out because this is more of an urgent priority. See a nice cute Cocker Spaniel dog in front of me. So anyhow, I'm gonna get going. I'm almost home. And as I said, at least this bus ride was not bad after the man-child decided to just, you know. Oh, I want to mention, I did call the police. Did I mention that? Or if I didn't, then I'll mention I did call. Because again, one guy was saying, somebody call the police. I had to tell him, look, I already did. Seriously, folks. I get it. You know, I know I don't want to make this all sentimental here, but next year will mark 25 years since 9/11. I mean, whatever happened to doing the see something, say something? I mean, look at the example on the Long Island Railroad earlier today. I saw the radio. I took action. I don't need 2 ER40s from Midland. Yeah. I'm gonna go, guys. I'm exhausted. I'm tired.